Hello Slaters, welcome back to our today's EVS online teaching module. I hope you all are ready with your EVS textbook, a rough notebook and a pencil. Let's start today's session by recapitulating what all we have learnt so far. People migrate to get better job opportunities, higher education, and after marriage to stay with their spouse. Some animals travel hundreds of kilometers to find the best ecological conditions and habitats for feeding, breeding, and raising their young ones. The Atlantic salmon begins its life in a river and migrates downstream to the ocean. Some birds that travel from one place to another at regular intervals, often over long distances, are called migratory birds. Slaters, can you name some migratory birds? Arctic tern, great grey owl, great spotted woodpecker, waxwing, coal-tit, etc. are some migratory birds. Slaters, earlier we have discussed that sometimes people are forced to shift from the place they are comfortably living in. Do you remember? Now, let's understand it more in depth. In the process of being a developed country from a developing country, when we look around us, we see everything is changing. Our cities are not at all looking the same as it was before 5 years or 10 years. Slaters, have you wondered why? This change in our surrounding is because of the constructions of flyovers, apartments, dams on the rivers, demolition of slums, metro rail projects, etc. Slaters, do you know? For such constructions, we have to shift people who are living in those areas. They are left with no other options apart from shifting their houses, shops, businesses to a different place. Such forced shifting is called as displacement. Natural disasters like earthquake, cyclones, floods, tsunamis, drought, etc., which cause destruction of life and property, also force people to move from where they belong. They have to start again for their livelihood. Poor people, those who live in slum areas, life becomes really difficult for them. Let's continue reading textbook, page number 192. Displacement. Jigyasa's father is a farmer. They lived in a village on the bank of river Narmada in Gujarat. When the government decided to build the Sardar Sarovar Dam on the river, Jigyasa's family and hundreds of other families were asked to move out of the village. This was because the construction of the dam would raise the water level of the river, which in turn would submerge their village. Let's underline and note down these two new words. Construction. Construction. Construction means the action of building a large structure. And in simple words, it means making. Another word is submerge. 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 It means immersed. To make something go underwater. Children, have you ever heard of the Titanic ship? It was the world's largest passenger ship, which submerged underwater in the Atlantic Ocean in its first voyage in 1912. Let's read further. Like Jigyasa's family, sometimes people are forced to move from their homes. Such forced shifting is called displacement. The widening of roads, laying of railway tracks, construction of dams, demolition of slums, and natural disasters such as earthquakes, floods, and cyclones displace people. Let's underline all these new words we have come across in the textbook and also note down in the rough notebook. Displacement. 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 It means the action of moving something from its place or position. Demolition. DEMOLITION. Demolition means complete destruction. Our next word is slum. SLUM. Slum means a dirty, overcrowded street or district inhabited by very poor people. Slaters, do you know which slum in India is one of the largest slums in Asia? It's Dharavi in Mumbai. Our next word is natural disasters. NATURAL. Natural. DISASTERS. Disasters. Natural disasters mean an act of nature that results in great damage of life and property. Examples are cyclones, floods, etc. Earthquake. EARTHQUAKE. Earthquake means a sudden, violent shaking of the ground. Slaters, if you remember, in the month of May, we came across the news of earthquake in Delhi, isn't it? Our last word is cyclone. CYCLONE. Cyclone means strong circular wind accompanied with heavy rainfall. Titli, Phani, Hudhud, Phelan, etc. are some examples of cyclones which hit the eastern coastal plains of India in the past and resulted in loss of life and property. Thousands of people were forced to shift to a different place. Now, what are the problems caused when people are forced to shift from one place to another? Slaters, imagine if on one fine day your family is asked to shift from your city to any other place. What all difficulties your family may face. Write a short note on it in your rough notebook. Now, look at this picture. What can you conclude after seeing this pic? Is it a good sight to see? Of course not, because this picture shows how natural disasters like earthquakes destroy life and property. Now, let's get back to the textbook again. Please focus on page number 193. New words. Partitioned means divided. Spouse, husband or wife. Submerge, to make something go under water. Demolition, complete destruction. Now, we will also recapitulate all the new words we have learnt in this chapter. Advertisement, relocation, transferable, migration, migrants, emigrants, immigrants, ancestral, struggle, journalist, opportunity, Antarctic region, Arctic region, construction, displacement, slum, natural disaster, cyclones. Slaters, let's get back to the textbook again. In a nutshell, migration is the movement of people from one place to another with the intention of living there. Immigrants are people who leave their country to live in another country. Immigrants are people who settle permanently in a new country. People migrate in search of better jobs, for higher education, and after marriage. Apart from this, we will recapitulate what all we have learnt in this chapter. People move to fulfill their essential needs and to upgrade their lifestyle. Some jobs require frequent shifting from one place to another. Such jobs are known as transferable jobs. There are advantages too in transferable jobs, such as learning new languages, making new friends, etc. When people migrate from one country to another, it is called international migration. Sometimes people are forced to move from their homes. Such forced shifting is called displacement. Animals also migrate in order to find food, shelter, and to reach their safe breeding place. Slaters, that's all for today. With this video, we have come to the end of explanation part of the first lesson. Before we meet again, in our next session, please read the lesson thoroughly and learn new words and definitions too. Till then, goodbye. Thank you.